My name is Yadira Santiago, and I will be talking about blockchain as an emerging technology in the accounting industry, its uses, internal controls, and possible challenges. What is blockchain? The blockchain technology is a type of decentralized digital ledger created in conjunction with cryptocurrency as a method to prevent fraud in transaction when the people involved don't know or trust each other. The digital ledger is structured by creating a block for each transaction, to which each subsequent transaction is linked like a chain, hence the name blockchain. Blockchain history. The concept behind blockchain was first outlined in 1982 by David Chaum, and it intended to protect digital documents with a tamper-proof timestamp using a decentralized database maintained by groups of people. After the concept was formed, there were several attempts to use it as different digital currency forms, including DigiCash by Chaum himself. It wasn't until 2009 that blockchain was popularized when it started being used as a technology in conjunction with Bitcoin, an electronic cash system developed and published that year by Satoshi Nakamoto. Since then, several other versions of cryptocurrency have been developed successfully, but Bitcoin is still the most popular one. Blockchain took on a new life around 2015 with the introduction of smart contracts in the form of Ethereum, which is a decentralized software platform or network used to send and receive a type of cryptocurrency called Ether, as well as other tokens, and to create and execute other blockchain transactions. Ethereum has made it possible to use the blockchain technology in many ways besides cryptocurrency. Blockchain uses. Blockchain's secure, fraud-preventing nature has proved useful in other types of transactions as well as for record keeping. An article published in The Economist after Ethereum was introduced listed many potential uses for blockchain, which included banks making transactions safer, governments safekeeping property registries, and even individuals potentially creating self-enforcing contracts with each other. Today, the use of blockchain for other purposes is a reality. One of the most popular uses is decentralized finance, in which users can have peer-to-peer transactions without the need for a third party, such as a bank, for taking loans and transferring digital assets. Smart contracts have become more widely used since no intermediary is needed. The program itself only allows the contract to be executed when the conditions are met, and it holds the parties accountable. Other uses include decentralized virtual private networks, decentralized internet advertising, and decentralized cryptocurrency trading. Some uses of blockchain being developed include preventing fraud in voting, securing medical records in healthcare, monitoring products in a supply chain and keeping track of each item's history, and creating digital IDs so that users can have access to and control of their digital identities. How does blockchain work? The blockchain technology is a decentralized peer-to-peer system originally used to transfer Bitcoin with the intention of preventing people from diverting it to the wrong account or for one person to use the same Bitcoin more than once. When a transaction is started, thousands of computers will verify it to make sure the transaction is valid. For example, they verify that the account trying to send Bitcoin has enough Bitcoin available. These computers are known as nodes. The next step is for miners, specialized nodes, to group similar transactions together and create a block, which is similar to a digital ledger. The data is processed with a hash function, which turns it into a string of digits, making it hard for someone to change the information in the block, as any changes would reflect in the hash and change it. To keep it secure, the hash becomes part of a puzzle that miners will try to solve, and once one has solved it, others will verify the solution. The miner that solves the puzzle gets Bitcoin as a reward. This puzzle serves as the process with which the information in the block is verified so that the blockchain can be updated with this new block, which in turn is replicated in thousands of computers around the world. This means that if someone were to try to alter the information about a transaction, they would have to hack thousands of computers. Sarbanes-Oxley Act of 2002. The Sarbanes-Oxley Act of 2002, or SOX, was passed by Congress after several fraud scandals such as WorldCom and Enron to protect investors and public companies and provide transparency on corporate disclosures. With SOX, the Public Company Accounting Oversight Board was formed to provide oversight of accounting firms and publish auditing standards. SOX requires companies to process and keep anonymous complaints related to auditing, accounting, or internal controls, as well as to keep record of these. SOX states that companies registered with the SEC must assess their financial reporting, internal control systems, and report the findings annually. Internal controls. There are many potential uses for blockchain, but this comes with many risks as well, especially given the type of information that blockchain is intended to protect. For this reason, it is important for organizations to understand the risks associated with using blockchain and put in place internal controls, not only to comply with SOX but to prevent problems. Internal controls are the processes established by organizations to safeguard assets, provide accurate and reliable information, promote operational efficiency, enforce prescribed managerial policies, and comply with applicable laws and regulations. Committee of Sponsoring Organizations. In 1985, 5 major professional associations in fields of accounting and finance formed the Committee of Sponsoring Organizations of the Tradeway Commission, or COSO, in order to study fraudulent financial reporting and develop recommendations for public companies, auditors, regulators, and educational institutions. COSO has developed 2 frameworks to help their purpose: the Internal Control Integrated Framework, updated in 2013, and the Enterprise Risk Management, integrating with Strategy and Performance, updated in 2017. Utilizing these frameworks, organizations can assess the benefits and risks associated with the use of blockchain, as well as design internal controls and enterprise risk management systems. The Internal Control Integrated Framework helps create a system that adapts to the changes organizations face constantly and helps with risk management and decision-making to overcome the challenges that arise with all the fluctuations that occur in business models and technologies. The Enterprise Risk Management, integrating with Strategy and Performance, provides guidelines for organizations to find the right balance when managing the many risks they face so they can accelerate growth and enhance performance. Blockchain effects. With the use of the blockchain technology, internal controls and ERP systems may change drastically for some organizations, so applying COSO's guidelines can be beneficial. The use of blockchain may change record keeping and the way of conducting business in general for organizations, making things such as data entry more accurate and information more secure by it being stored in a decentralized database, contributing to it being easier to perform compliance activities. Another example is how applying blockchain to the Internet of Things, or IoT, may affect how monitoring activities are performed, making it faster and more accurate. IoT refers to a network created by using sensors and other technologies in order to interact with physical objects. Control objectives for information and related technology. The framework used to ensure security and control practices in information technology is the Control Objectives for Information and Related Technology, or COBIT, which provides management with an understanding of risks associated with IT and bridges the gap among risks, control needs, and technical issues. COBIT follows the guidelines set by COSO and fine-tunes them to create IT regulations. Possible challenges. Even with all the guidelines available, simply implementing blockchain in conjunction with the organization's existing systems may be really challenging. Blockchain technology is fairly new, making it susceptible to certain threats and challenges. For example, given the anonymous character of all the parties involved, there is a risk that blockchain can be used for unethical purposes. Also, being a newer technology means there isn't a lot of people capable of providing any type of guidance or help. Another possible challenge for the blockchain technology is that there is no designated person or group to monitor that the blockchain follows the established governance structure, so nobody will hold parties accountable if anything goes wrong. The use of blockchain's smart contracts can also pose a challenge, as these will self-execute, making it difficult to change or stop them if changes are needed. There are many challenges to the blockchain technology in general, as well as specific to every industry. Lipovyanov goes into detail explaining the many potential challenges the use of blockchain can present to many industries, with the lack of governance being at the top of the list. Some other challenges he mentions include implementing blockchain to aid the car sharing service that some car manufacturing companies are offering, internet search engines competing with options that use blockchain to provide more privacy to users and possibly rewarding users for activities such as watching ads, and the development of decentralized e-commerce marketplaces, which protect the consumer's privacy while offering cheaper rates than companies like Amazon. He also discusses possible solutions to those challenges, although considering how quickly technology is evolving, solutions are more than likely temporary. Blockchain is a technology that has many potential uses, providing the safety and reliability that many people and organizations look for in their transactions. Although it was originally designed to be used for cryptocurrency, it has quickly developed into much more than a financial tool that is now used in many fields, including some governments. When using blockchain, it is important to develop a code of conduct, monitor the process, and establish guidelines for enforcing accountability. Organizations should also consider providing further education to their employees and users so that they understand the blockchain technology, learn how to implement it properly, and continue to grow their knowledge about it as the technology itself evolves. Lastly, organizations must establish clear reporting guidelines to stay in compliance with SOX and other legal requirements. Here are the references for the information used in this presentation. Thank you for watching.